Hey, Ryan. Thanks for joining me, my dear. Not a whole lot. It is Wacky Wednesday. Halfway through. 2 more days. We can do it. I think. Yep, you're the first one here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How's your week been? I know you kind of had like a quiet week, and we got the drone network coming up on Friday. Boring, if you ask me. Very boring. I can understand that. When you're used to hearing noise and all in the house, and all of a sudden everything is quiet. It's like, hello, 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 it's everyone out there. John C., welcome, dear. How have you been? Work been keeping you busy? Metro Drones, Bill, welcome, dear. Happy, happy Wacky Hump Day to you as well. Simon, right? Hello, 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 hello. Well, right now Ryan's got an empty house, so he said it's very boring. I said, yeah, when you're used to having other people to talk to, and it's real quiet in the house, and it's like, hello, is anybody out there? It's fine for like a day or two, but after a while, it gets old. Oh, Adam, were you the one hiding back there? He said, not the first one, Ryan, just the first one to comment. I saw this one sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to see how long it takes for somebody to say something or YouTube to actually send out notifications. Right? Adam is a ghost. Shh. Oh, everyone's in bed over there. Right? Well, let's see. It's 1:06 ish. Huh. Yeah, that's what we all need to do. We need to go hang out over at Ryan's house since he's home and it's quiet. We got to make it so it's not quiet. Party at Ryan's house. Ryan, are you making ice cream for everybody?
Yeah.
I know.
He's got an ice cream maker.
Edro, what's up, baby? What day is it? It is Wacky Wednesday. To some people, it's Hump Day. To some other people, it's Wacky Hump Day.
Whatever day.
And for others, it's Thursday already, so I gotta lift this chair up. I'm just too short. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to put your chair back down.
That's fine. You get up after to raise it up.
No, I don't. I just need
The
to
camera. Plus, I had a camera move it.
See, it's all his fault.
There you go.
Hey, look, now, yeah, it's not just a head
The
anymore.
RC Sailor thing popped up.
Like,
RC Sailor.
Oh,
What's up, everybody? Everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Go plug her in 6S.
I don't need no. I don't need no extra S's.
Simon in the house. Metro, what's up, Bill?
Yep, Simon is. It's. Everybody in the house is asleep except him.
Oh. Well, turn the volume up real loud one time.
What? Adam missed out on dollar tacos because he forgot it was Wednesday. He is so pissed.
How you gonna miss the
Dude,
Taco
you
Day
used to
Club?
always get tacos on Wednesday. How did you forget?
How are you gonna miss
I
the
understand,
tacos,
though.
Plum? Just saying, how you gonna miss the tacos?
I do understand because certain days of the week just kind of like run together.
Oh, you were probably playing with your crossfire.
We're not discussing that word. Adam
Y'all
thought
wanna
it was
see her?
Tuesday.
Y'all wanna see her turn shades of red? We had a little bit of discussion about that.
That was only a little discussion.
I just try to make it sound like it was little.
Yeah.
She was up. Yeah, I ain't even saying it. Duct tape in the hair.
Look,
That would be crazy.
Look, now it's being tight.
I know he's been in the group saying it. And Eric's showing the freaking game. We're gonna find that game for Eric. I think I saw it at the
Easy
flea
Red,
market.
welcome. That sucks. But yes, Malware Bytes is an amazing little program that if you ever get viruses, it's a free program and it works wonders.
It does that and super anti-spyware.
Oh yes,
and crap cleaner. And all of it's great.
It's called CC Cleaner or Crap Cleaner. Works great. Super anti-spyware works great. So, dude, I understand about getting viruses though. It sucks. Thank you, E-Drone. He told me to watch my likes. Up to 13 likes. Thank you, guys. And if y'all haven't hit it, you can gently push it just to show the love. Or you can take out your aggression if you've had a rough day and just like majorly compress it. It doesn't cost anything and it doesn't hurt anything. 14. Thank you, my dear. Ryan's got the wood stove going on over there.
Nice.
If Chris doesn't try out Crossfire, he's nuts. Just saying. Adam, Chris has got to save to get Crossfire. We are not having this discussion. That word is not being spoken anymore in this house.
Yeah.
He spit it out a while ago freely because he knew cameras rolling, and I can't say a whole lot at the moment. But yeah, it's more like so. Yeah, no. That's a long time coming. Night Train, what's up, babe?
It don't have to be. I can send a message.
Night Train, hush. He's already talked about doing that.
What?
He said, just tell him to sell a few of the old toys on the wall.
I did my...
Actually, he had offered up
my Armaton Chameleon TI with paperwork with Flight 1.
That had been offered.
With Hype Train.
Nobody ever bit.
This quad right here. I threw it up in the group for $200. No one bid on it, so nope, I'm not selling it now. Nope. Nope. But I did let me show you guys what I did do today though. I ain't got the video.
He's been busy today.
I don't have the video.
Watch. Acro's back there.
Acro, bro, watch yourself. Y'all know I've been flying this. Ooh. Yeah. Wait. Oh, or was I flying this? Ooh. Oh.
You think you're a magician or some shit now?
Yeah, like, what? So
that sleight of the hand didn't work.
I built the other one today. So now I got twins. Remember you guys wanted me to fly one quad? This is going to be it. Look. It's the Apex. Get it? Fly it. If you don't know, now you know. It flies good.
Oh, Adam said we're gonna have this discussion until my homie has it. Oh, so you're gonna you're just gonna keep plucking the nervous system and keeping shit stirred, huh?
And then I built this one yesterday.
Edro said, Chris got FR Sky. He's good.
I built this
He don't need
yesterday.
Crossfire.
Day
That's
before
right.
yesterday. 6-inch alien.
Ryan said, I see
Erica
the twins to my TBS.
Hey, Eric, tell him what Chris will do with that XM Plus. Send that bitch down the road. If it drops out, doesn't matter.
Simon said, have you ever tried 2 at a time, Chris?
Listen, it's funny you say that. So I had a bad habit probably about 6 months ago. Coming in with the quad, boom. This is why I carry one GoPro now. When I had multiple GoPros in them, I'd have another rig with a battery in it on the ground ready to go. Land that quad, get talking at a meetup, not even think about it. Never even touch that quad, right? Plug in another one, bang. This one would be in like the back of the car. As I'm flying this one. Freaking hilarious. I did that probably, I bet you 8 times. I just could not get over myself to unplug that freaking quad. So now I carry one GoPro and I make sure I switch it because I'm a footy whore. So I make sure I switch out the GoPro. Yeah, I have done that multiple times. But to put them on the ground and fly them both at one time.
Well, I mean, technically it was. Well, it
you're only going to see
ground,
one.
But...
Yeah, you're only going to see one. So what that other one does, I don't know. Line of sight, it would be interesting to pick them both up off the ground and see what they did. I have done it with 2 of the Bugs 3s before. They just, one goes one way, one goes the other way. Something else I did besides Armin.
What besides Armin, number 40. Baby doll, start counting.
And then I got this, so I got to put an SMA cord on this, but this is an Impulse reverb. I'm liking Impulse right now. Like, they're really...
Although I have to say some of them have been...
and I'm going to bind to this and start flying this one again.
Rob to create other monsters.
Oh, I did. I robbed the motors off my Lycan racer. I took the stack out of my rooster. I took the VTX out of the green machine. I was on a robbing spree. If I don't stop, I'm up a boneyard. I took the stuff out of the Nito to build the Kiss. Because I say the Kiss. The alien.
He's got a build obsession. Can you tell?
I do.
He just keeps robbing parts out of one and building another. And then robbing parts out of another and building another.
And so on and so on.
It's just the way it goes. Ryan said, I see 3 Apex quads on the wall.
Well, if you see 3, brother,
I don't know where 3 are.
If you see 3, man, you wake me up because, whew.
He's got 2.
One day there will be 3 hanging on
one for
there.
Wayne.
Yeah, I built 3 so far to date. I did a video. I got the video.
There's only 2 on the wall.
And
they're not even on the wall.
The reverb kind of resembles the Apex.
You just put them up on the wall.
A little bit.
Yeah, you just put them up on the wall.
So the reverb does resemble it a little bit. That's why I say you can get them all tuned to fly just about the same. So that's pretty much what I'm going to fly there because I've been bashing this one enough to get me to build this one. And they're identical of everything but the cameras in them.
And see, Edra knows. Chris, send it, bro. FR Sky, baby.
You know it, E. Eric said, you got crossfire on that thing? We're at the beach. I'm like, what's that?
Yeah, no. We were at the bridge as well that was concrete. We were clean on the other side. And Doc was flipping out.
I'm not scared to push the limits of it. I promise you that.
Adam said, Chris, how much you asking for that flight 1 per million rig?
I changed my mind now.
He's like, you dog. In other words. Well, see, he said, you bastard, laughed my ass off. I'm serious, Adam Hunt. If
had
you
it.
roll back and look through messages,
You'll see I
it's
did have
been
it.
days in the past. He was,
I threw the Nazgul up one day. One night, I threw the Nazgul up. You know, everybody, they go nuts over this quad. I said, if someone would buy me an Apex frame, I'll throw the Nazgul. They can have it. A fully built quad just for a $90 frame. And no fishies were in the pond that would bite my hook.
and you know how he is.
Eric's like,
this guy back here, okay, if you guys don't know, but this guy back here is one of the most impatient people.
I give her that.
Impatient. After 20 years, I can say that. Too hard. It's like, here, go. Here, go. But when he wants something, God help. That's all you're going to hear about. At least that's all I'm going to hear about. Or Rusty. How do you all think I know so much about drones?
How do y'all think I know so much about cameras, though?
You're so full of shit because you keep telling me, oh, you need to spend more time.
You do.
But then I take pictures like I take, which I have gotten a lot better at. Right? Adam said, not Chris.
Right, Plum? Plum knows not.
Nah, not him. He's also not hot-headed either, is he?
Nope.
Or stubborn.
I walked out the
Where's
DMV.
Chuck?
I walked out the DMV today, told him to kiss my ass.
He did. Oh, God.
I do not play nice with others.
No, and there was a cop standing right there in the
Hey,
DMV.
we're going to have a broke.
When he informed the DMV worker where she could place her lips and decided to stroll on out. And I'm like, oh my God, no, you didn't. And I'm like, you know you have to go back. And he's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yes, you have to go back. I have to reschedule this appointment now. And he's like, oh, well. I'm like, oh, Jesus. But needless to say, when he goes back, I'll be going with him this time.
Dang, I look like that tail end of her might be a little D-lamb. She's a little wiggly.
It'll be wiggly.
For a reverb.
Ryan said, Nazgul, that quad gave me a fit.
That it did. Your radio did not like that thing. That is not supposed to be that wobbly.
Was it the quad? Or was it the pilot, Ryan?
No, it was the quad giving him a fit for a little bit. It didn't like his transmitter for some reason.
You didn't have the right touch. So, how has everybody's week been so far? Cold, wet, rainy, snowy,
Sucky.
blah. Great week, bad week. What are we looking at? My week has been extremely busy so far. Work's been insane, but that's because inventory's coming up. We have less than a month now before inventory. And I'm not looking for it. I mean, there'll be some Saturdays coming into play here soon. 6 days a week.
I guess that's okay. That feels so flimsy.
Working on the side, so 7 days a week. Oh.
What?
Plummet said, Ryan, that's because you didn't have Flight 1 Falco X in it. Yep, I went there. Ryan said it kept unbinding itself from my Tyrannus.
Oh.
Nothing but snow and rain. But Sunday's looking nice, though. See, you've got something to look forward to. See, just like Simon said, he may be stressed, but remember, folks, always look on the bright side of life. Chris and I were discussing that the other day. That is one thing that his mom was extremely strong about. No matter what, always remember, no matter what situation you're in, somebody out there is always in a worse situation. And a lot of times, it's not by choice. No matter how much you're stressed or how much you're struggling, there's always somebody out there that has it even worse. But it also brings me to another point. I watched a video today on Facebook.
That was awesome.
It was. You know, Chris can be a little on the negative side at times about quite a bit of things. This video, he had absolutely nothing negative at all to say. So there is this guy, and he's in the military, in the army, married, has a 6-month-old baby.
You gotta watch it. It's freaking hilarious.
Goes out on his 3rd deployment. He's a bomb sweeper.
You can't tell the story. You have to let him watch it.
Well, it'll almost bring you to tears, but the guy ends up being a quadriplegic. And the way he thinks about things, you know, after beating himself up and wondering why,
and the way he explains
we
things
all have asked the
hilarious.
questions of why. And you know, he's telling about his life and everything, but at the end, he tells you it's all about your attitude. It's the one thing you can control is your attitude. If you keep positive attitude, you can accomplish much more with a positive attitude than you ever can with a negative attitude. Think about it. I can. You can. You can at least try. How do you know you can't if you haven't even tried? How can you be negative about something if you have absolutely no experience with it at all? You can be negative, but your opinion is not technically valid because you don't have that experience. There you go again. Now Adam's trying to talk Ryan into crossfire. Ryan said, I need any crossfire, Adam? I think Ryan meant I don't need any crossfire, Adam. I don't know, though. I mean, you might have already talked him into it, Adam. Oh, he said, no way, Adam. Oh, Adam must be a salesman for crossfire. I might have to, like, ban that word.
I say, you tell me not to talk about having a full-out heart attack, and you're using it pretty good over here. Usually how marriage works.
You're going to get banged in the head with your own coffee mug.
I'll hurry it.
Alvin, welcome, babe. He said, hey, Chris.
Alvin, what's up? Welcome, welcome.
He's back there tinkering again. He's been building for like 3 or 4 days now.
I am now bringing this reverb up the part.
Or shall I say tinkering or modifying or what do you call deconstructing? That's a new word.
This has got some hard wire.
You deconstruct their quads.
I just need some work. I need to get it out of there.
Well, thousands upon thousands upon thousands can be followers. Remember, it only takes one to be a leader. Just saying. You know I love you, Adam. He's like, I'm pushing buttons. I'm pushing buttons. That's right. Quad deconstruction with the little nerd glasses. And the solder sucker. What? I'm an angel. My feet are up. Chris's aren't. But Brian, you don't have stuff that goes wrong with your quad. Tell me what's going wrong with your quad. I mean, think about it. What goes wrong with a quad?
Pilot. At least my quad.
Damn, he finally admits it. On camera. Well, see, then why do you say it's just one more thing that could go wrong? I mean, if nothing goes wrong, then you can't say something's going wrong. Even Chris just said it's pilot. Think about it. If your battery runs too low and your quad falls from the sky,
when I break stuff,
whose fault is it?
It's my fault.
Was it the battery's fault because it finally ran out? Or was it your fault for not keeping track of time?
Still the battery's fault, either way you look at it.
If you say that the battery should have ran longer, that means you should have bought a bigger battery. So technically it's your fault.
Tell her, Ryan, nothing is my fault, Crystal.
Have you got him brainwashed into believing that? Ryan, you don't believe that, do you?
Of course I believe it.
Do you believe, Chris, that nothing is his fault? Ryan said it's my fault.
So now we established, just move on.
Yes, you believe that? Oh no, hell no. We need to deconstruct Ryan's way of thinking.
Oh, I know I got some somewhere. Where are they?
Yeah, no, Alvin, that's not what they're discussing, unfortunately. They're not discussing a video game from 91 to 93. Nor are they discussing a board game. They're deciding to torment and torture. Oh my god. Brian just literally typed, nothing is Chris's fault.
Yahtzee, there you go, Ryan.
Guys.
It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Yeah.
What do y'all think? I think Chris has brainwashed Ryan.
All right.
Do you think we can get Ryan back?
Forget about it.
We gotta undo Ryan's way of thinking. Who's gonna help me? Simon said, I'll take the blame. I live far enough away. One of these days, baby doll, one of these days. No, Alvin, that's not it either. It's not the sequel to Battleship. I'm gonna make $1 billion. Nah, I mean, you could possibly win the lottery, but you gotta play to win.
That's for sure.
Dano, welcome, my dear. Oh, Lord, here we go. Oh, got the package. Good. Glad to hear made safely. Adam, I'm telling you, you're going to become the top salesman.
Fuck's been hanging out chin too much.
I don't know. he said it's 100% better than every protocol besides Futaba. What the hell is Futaba? I've heard that before.
That is the leading when it comes to RCs.
I know I've heard it somewhere. I just don't know where. Maybe it's because it's extremely expensive. I try to stay away from that kind of stuff. Smart like that. Wish other people would be smart. Chris Riley, what's up, my dear?
How is your
Here I am poking
head?
myself in the head, and you pop in. How is your head, babe? And guys, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you got to go by Chris Riley's page. I hope you're all right. I mean, I know that you're a lot like your brother Chris back here, and you're hard headed, but I think that shit's taking it a little to the extreme.
Man, I almost popped myself a couple times. I'm telling you.
He said, "I'm seeing 4 of you." Yeah. Oh my God, that's scary as shit. But I wish I could figure out how to do that because I keep threatening to clone myself. And here's the catch: if I clone myself, the original me is staying home, and I'm sending the clones to work. And there's a paycheck per clone. See, I've got this shit all figured out. I just got to figure out how to clone me and see how this one can handle extra ones of me.
Them extra ones bringing in that cash. We can work with that.
Uh-oh. Alvin said Futaba, more like Butaba. Am I right? Laugh out loud, just kidding.
Yep.
Adam said Futaba is stupid expensive. See, that's why I don't know that much about that
Alvin.
shit because yeah, for the longest time I avoided knowing anything at all about fat sharks because they were just like stupid expensive. And I was like, I seriously don't understand, but I do now. Oh, Lord. Now Ryan's mentioning that word. I'll have to figure out how to, ban that word. That way it just, pops all up. Dano, how the hell would you have gotten a coronavirus? He said, I either got the coronavirus or flu sick as hell. Dude.
I promise I did not send it in the package.
No, I have not been sick. You're good. I was sick 2 weeks ago, but not lately. Oh my God. I knew you were a hardhead like your damn brother.
What?
He said it got me in my temple, right behind my ear, cut me bad, almost knocked me out of my chair, but that didn't stop me from flying the rest of my packs.
Won't have a problem with that power connection no more.
I knew all of the first part, but yeah, I didn't know that you kept flying after the fact.
Same way when that quad come at me and I punched it out of the air. Shit, I put a set of props on that thing, I flew another quad that day. Put another pack on, set another one right up. Hand bleeding and all. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, Doc Watson was there within that day. I wasn't, thank God.
Didn't mess my thumbs up.
You crazy fools. See, he's thinking about getting a crash helmet. That's going to be your new investment. I can see it now. But see, it's going to have to be it can't just be the bicycle helmet because that's all the way up here. This has to be almost like a full helmet. Just got a shipment from Banggood.
Who's that?
Dano. Now let me ask you, Dano, how long ago did you order that? A month?
You might want to look into
2
that,
months?
really, if you got a package from there, because it's been said, don't
Oh,
order
Lord,
from
he
there.
said, oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Dano, you might be wanting to get checked out.
You definitely want to be getting checked out if you're serious. Now, if you're just busting balls, well.
Wakey! Homie Paul. Good morning, my dear.
Homie home's up in the house.
Around 1:30ish. Joining us on a Thursday. Instead of Wacky Wednesday, it's Good Morning Thursday to you all.
Good morning.
I don't think it's fair. That means you guys only have one more day till the weekend. We still got 2 days to go. That's what Chris said the other day. He said, I'm glad I'm not really getting shipments and anything in from like Banggood or anything. He said, no, this stuff's going on. I said, well, you know, bleach doesn't kill everything.
Fuck them. I ain't ordered nothing from them long time motherfuckers. They be ripping people up.
Or trying to kill them one.
Oh, they give them virus. That take care of everybody. No, fuck you.
It just takes longer than 10 minutes.
10 minutes, give me 10 minutes, go home.
One more day till Brexit. Oh, so that's official tomorrow, huh? I got you. Just kidding. You're just sick as hell. Good. I'm glad, because apparently that shit ain't nothing to be playing with.
I'm going to call the CDC on your ass.
And they're not all that far from you. That's the scary part, Dano. Just remember that. What difference does a weekend make? Well, it doesn't really make a difference to a lot of people, especially you guys who are retired. Every day is like a weekend for you all. It's not really fair, but I understand y'all put some time in. You deserve a break. But yeah, a weekend for me means I get to rest a little bit. It means I don't have to get up with an alarm clock. That's the best part of the weekend. Unless Chris is going to meet up with the guys up in Delaware, and then we have to set the alarm so we can actually get up and leave earlier.
That will be coming very soon.
I didn't say anybody in here or anybody's name who was retarded, but I mean...
She did say I was retarded. I heard her.
There's the answer to that question, then, I guess. I mean,
She always call me a retard, homie.
Oh, Lord. Chris said, I figured out how to shrink the planes and Velocitron down to micro size and chase them with the acro whoops. There he goes. I knew it. Let's go ahead and get it all out of the way now. Worcestershire. Nottinghamshire. Sure. Worcestershire.
Nothing, Tom.
Nottingham. See, I like Simon's. It's easier. Cornwall.
Cornhole.
Not cornhole, you dipstick. Worcester.
And the old cornhole.
Who you calling a wuss?
Biatch.
See? I didn't call you a retard and you're typing wuss. I see how you are. More will die from the flu than the coronavirus this year, per the CDC. I don't know about that. Maybe more will die in the U.S. from the flu than the coronavirus. But from what I hear, there's a lot of stuff going down overseas that we don't want here due to the coronavirus. So,
they bring a bunch of them back over here on the plane, the U.S. people. Ship them out of China.
I hear.
He's running through being silly.
Mm-hmm.
You being silly?
Said, Mommy's not in her chair. You are. Why are you in Mommy's
You
chair?
being silly boy?
I can't have Mommy's chair if you're in it. I know what he does to. You can't reach his treats. Look.
Hey, what are you doing?
Silly bunny.
He's molting, getting on fuzzy bug.
Getting no fuzzy bug on you. One report said it could be worse than the Spanish flu of 1918.
Hey, listen. Remember, they're hyping you up too for that shit. It is a thing over there, but man, they want everybody over here to get the big breakout over it. Get all worried. I see a Chinese dude stumbling next to me, coughing. I'm just gonna. No.
Worcester is a stinky baggins from the Shire. I don't think that's exactly how that's pronounced, Chris. I just don't know. Well, I kind of agree with that. It sucks for certain people, but at times you kind of have to protect the home front in all ways. They need to ground all international flights for 2 months, like 9/11.
And you better believe they're doing something. You know that.
The SARS virus, wasn't that the one where if a pregnant woman contracted the virus, supposedly the baby was coming out deformed? And I say supposedly because a lot of those reports were later debunked. That's why I say it cracks me up about how much the media gets away with stretching, I'll call it stretching, their information. Or if they don't have the information, then inventing the information. No, you're not lost, baby. I know you have a head injury, and no, I will never overlook you.
Chris is being blurry.
I don't know. I mean, people seeing 4 of me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Chris, I've been there so many times, bro, and I hit myself, but god dang, so close. I tell you
Seeing
what,
4 of me?
enough to shit my pants. One day I went right past my ear and nipped my ear, and I just touched my ear, and it was kind of like I scratched my ear, like my fingernail got long. I was like, man, that was close. Like, I need my ears.
Well, you said it, homie Paul. I'll read it, or just plain lying, or passing their opinions off as the truth, just to have to come back later and be proven otherwise. Debunked. Exactly. I like that word. I use a lot of words differently. But yeah, no, that's like a myth, it's debunked. Proven false. Yeah, that's I've kind of followed that, and Chris does not know and understand a lot of the royal things that happen in the UK, but I have followed that since a lot of my girlfriends live in the UK. So, but yeah, I honestly believe that the press are the reason that Harry and Meghan they quit, they're leaving. But yeah, they're following them to Canada. They're not going to leave him alone. It's just exactly like they did to his mother. It sucks. It's not fair.
Then he'll have the accidental car accident that burns the whole family. And yeah.
The media just needs to, I don't know.
Crazy.
A shift. What the hell is a shift?
It's in a car. You shift gears with it.
No.
It's a shifter.
Thank you.
Oh, what do you think?
No, Chris Riley said, are we talking about a shift now? SHIFF. So I said, what the hell's a shift? Wait a minute. Google. Maybe it's a word.
Yeah. Forecast battery. 6 will make things look.
Chris, you know, that word actually has multiple different meanings. Look up the Urban Dictionary reading. That's all I'm going to tell you. I will, Paul. Right? Another cold ass day tomorrow. Stupid ass Mother Nature. Sucks. John, welcome, my dear. Hey, 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 what do we talk about? All kinds of shit. It's Wacky Wednesday.
John,
Does
what's up?
Wacky Wednesday ever actually have a topic, stick to a topic, and only that one topic?
I have those mounts made for you, bro. Crystal was supposed to tell you, but you did or not?
Well, I mean, you just kind of like assumed. Do you know what assume does? Normally it makes an ass out of you and me, but sir, I already sent an email. I have the proof of it. So
Aren't you on top
back
of
down.
things?
Sheesh. This one over here is just like all lately. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's what I said. That word has like many different meanings. He said, never mind. I was talking about Adam Schiff making stuff in the impeachment trial. Oh. Oh. John said, oh, okay. Thanks, Chris. He said, oh, snap. I need to check my email.
See? See?
Hey, but I had sent it. So.
I'll give you that one then.
Not my fault if it wasn't read. I had sent it. Careful not to aggravate Mother Nature because you'll end up more than likely with more than one rainy day. Very true. Ryan Hun, we've had a very mild winter.
Oh, Ryan, bullcrap.
A very, very mild winter.
Oh, rain shit out there, Crystal.
There's not. Come on. How many times has it snowed? Huh?
Ryan's had about 3 or 4 times already.
But in a normal winter, how much has it normally snowed? This year, we have not gotten much snow at all. It's been a very mild winter. Ryan saying, BS. No. It's a proven fact. Gotcha. Well, no. Oh, God. You got a point there, but I don't think it's exactly going like that. Simon said, America. New trade deal with China. China gets viral virus. America. Hey. We got your meds.
Right? There you go.
But no, the odd thing is Johnson & Johnson just said they were coming out with, I believe it was a vaccine against the coronavirus. Oh, so yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, you never know. I don't know. Oh, Acro's doing good. He was in here just a little while ago. I know. He's getting bigger. He's ornery as shit. Imagine a 2 or 3-year-old that gets into everything but is learning at the same time.
Everything.
See, now I like that one. My kid comes up to me and says, "Hey, Dad, do you know what goes with the coronavirus? Lyme disease." If it don't get you one way, it's gonna get you another. Ryan, go outside. He said, "This cold weather has trapped my ass in this godforsaken house and it's boring as hell." Walk outside, my dear. Even if you have to bundle up, fresh air and sunshine is still good for you. Go outside. Right, John?
Woo,
Yeah, he's got issues.
He just come ripping down the hall sideways.
Being silly. That goes. Good issues. Issues are not always a good thing. Or not always a bad thing. Sometimes they can be a good thing. Just like people think, "Oh, I have a disability." Do you? Or is it a special ability that others were not strong enough to have? Think about it. It's all about the way you think about it. John said, "Dang, look at that beautiful 7-inch quad wall." Yeah. John, Chris built another Apex. He's got twins. Yeah, the rain sucks.
And built a 6-inch. Look at the size of that thing. That thing is the same size as my 7-inch TPS. Crystal saw me hold them up. Crazy. That is one hella 6-inch.
Insane.
It needs to go on the wall over there, but I gotta make room for it.
Ryan, you're missing so much. It needs to be 60 degrees or better before I go outside. Screw Mother Nature, screw the cold. Come on now, 60? You're going to miss like half of spring. Well, my body hates the cold as well, but I still have to go outside. I have to do a lot of things, even though my body yells at me. Now, Alvin, you got to be talking about footy because you can't be talking about the cold there in Cali. I mean, how cold is it there today? 60? 65? $70, $80. You have a disability, you're unable to watch cheesy soap operas? Well, you're saying you're unable. Have you tried? Did you fall asleep? They made you physically ill. I understand. That's not necessarily a disability, though. That sounds more like an allergy. Allergies are not always disabilities. Night, Chris.
Night, Chris.
Thanks for joining me, babe.
Good. Watch those damn quads.
Chris, be good. Have fun, my dear. No, Ryan. Paul wasn't saying that happened right now. He's saying that happens if he watches cheesy soap operas. Oh, it's a fight or flight response. Are you throwing the remote control at the TV? Right. All he has to do is turn off the daytime television. I mean, is it still the rainy, crappy weather over there as well, Paul? Or has it actually gotten a little bit sunnier? Because those days that are all rainy and blah, your mood just kind of like goes blah right with it. Why does vomit always taste so spicy? Probably due to all of the stomach acids that come with it. Think about it, but don't think too long. Ah, that sucks. That crap shown on different channels at all times of the day over here. It's hard avoiding it. Ah.
Being silly.
I want to say yes to that question, John, but then I know other questions are going to come with that. But I do believe that it is actually physically possible to do that. I just don't suggest it. I don't suggest looking into it. I don't suggest trying it.
What?
John said, "Can you vomit poop?" I do believe it is physically possible. Yes, Alvin, that would be exactly the reason behind that. To answer that question, Ryan, I don't know. "802 Vids, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. How have you been?" Oh, well, like I said, John, I gave you an answer. I do think it is physically possible, but I just don't really suggest that you try it. He said, "I thought this is where you come for answers." But I gave you an answer. It doesn't mean it's going to be the one that you like or the one that you agree with. I try to be honest. I try to be fair. Give it time, Ryan. The meaning of life, the universe, and all that BS. Well, if you figure that one out, homie Paul, and you sell that information, you're going to be a very, 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 very rich man. Oh, so homie Paul was watching like Jerry Springer and all that good stuff. I understand now. No. Crystal is not running for president. Nope. Mm-mm. How do you handcuff a one-armed man? All right, John, come on out with this one. Or am I supposed to know that? Well, my first thought on that is take it back to my country roots and perform a little something called a hog tie. And if it's done right, he's not going anywhere. So yeah, then you can definitely handcuff a one-armed man. Um, I didn't say I wouldn't be handcuffing one of the handcuffs to his ankle, but you can do it.
I know I can win in an ass kicking contest with a one-legged dude.
That's Ross. John, am I giving you some ideas? Adam, go get your tacos, baby. He said, I'm hungry and I gotta make something to eat. Thanks for joining me, babe. Taco, 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 taco. I'm gonna have to start messaging him early, like around 4 o'clock when I get off. Taco, 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 taco. You'd rather stick pins in your eyeballs. Come on now, I thought that was the daytime soap operas. Is Jerry Springer worse? I mean, think about it. Some of them are worse than Jerry Springer anymore. What are you back there lighting on fire?
Heat shrinking.
Oh, okay. All I hear is a lighter keep flicking and flames keep flying and yeah, buddy. I don't know what you're up to.
You're good. Your hair's safe.
Well, it better be. Aha! John said, I think I'm a hog tie the wifey. I learned it here. And John, when she figures out how to get loose, or someone lets her loose, and she plants her foot so deep in your katush, don't call me. It's not my fault. Because I'm going to look at you and say, I told you so. I told you how I would do it. I didn't tell you how to do it to your wife. That's not what you asked me. I do have some excuse there. And message to retracted did not help on that one. Had already seen and discussed. And if you don't have earphones in, that's your fault. Damn it, Crystal, you weren't supposed to read that out loud.
Wife's looking at me now.
She's over here going, what the hell are you planning? I'm sleeping with one eye open. I got the sock in, or the bar of soap in a sock. Come on at me. Earbuds are a must. See, he's learned. It took him a little while, but he learned. Earbuds are always a must. You never know what you're going to hear. You never know what's going to be said. It is Wacky Wednesday. You were forewarned. Y'all were forewarned a long time ago about Wacky Wednesday. For what? Forewarned. For who? So what's that? A new 3-inch for the collection?
What?
Where? No, he's tinkering on one he already has. Not new, and it's not 3-inch.
That's the reverb. The grinder. Had to do some things to it. Needs to be cleaned up. It kept breaking power here, and then it fall out of the sky. So that had a bind to it because we flew it on the other transmitter. So it's gonna be ripped on. That's that no show.
The Modfather is back. He's back to tinkering. John said, "Looks sweet."
And it's actually signed by Buck Grinder. We flew with him one day. I had it. I said, why not? It's got the Buck motors on it, the D1s. Like, why not have them sign it?
Right? Mama always did say earbuds are a must because you never know what you're going to hear. And see, I keep trying to tell this one back here that, and he pisses me off beyond belief because he loves speakerphone. And I'm like, if he's out anywhere, my first question is, do you have me on speakerphone? And he's like, yep. And the next thing you know, I'm like super quiet. And he's like, what? You can talk? And I'm like, I have no idea who's around you, so no. It's not like you're at home. It's not like you're in the privacy of your own home.
I'm real, so if I'm going to say screw somebody on phone, I'm going to say screw you on the live stream, screw you on whatever else. I don't hide things like that. I'm just like open, so
there
I don't care
are
about
appropriate times when you can be raw, and then there are other times when you need to be at least semi-civilized.
I'm always civilized. Really? No?
No. No. Not if you're upset. There's times that you dropped a whole lot of F-bombs while I was in the bank drive-thru. That's why you don't put people on speakerphone. I learned that a long time ago. And it's funny because, like, if I'm pulling into a drive-thru or whatever, it's hold on a minute, and yeah, nope, you're no longer being broadcast. What's the best BTX antenna for range off the bird?
I like the TBS Triumphs. You got the Lumineer Axie stubbies. You don't have to get the stubby, but they got actually the lollipop antenna. That's like this, yeah. This is a good one. TBS, like I said, Triumph, Strix, Hoop. They're good.
Right, homie Paul? But the problem is, if I did that, he says, so the next time he does that, start talking dirty to him, Crystal. The problem is, he'll come right back to me. He's just that tight. He would just roll with it. Mad Kiwi, Craig, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Simon said depends on which orifice it's in.
Kiwi, what's up?
Careful with which hole you aim for, Simon. Not everybody aims correctly. Simon's not sending us any warm weather, Ryan. You're ecstatic, huh?
Yeah.
Mad Kiwi, what are you ecstatic about?
Uh-oh, he got some new toy or something.
Right? Come on, share.
Something
You
good
can't
happened.
just say you're ecstatic for no reason. Share. Got a job.
Oh, what?
Awesome. Congratulations, my dear.
That's better than a new toy because that's multiple new toys. Congrats,
Excellent.
brother. Anything to do with Kiwi? If any of y'all wonder what I'm doing cutting props, you take these. This is your best protection for your ESC. You take a propeller, cut it. I like the bull nose because they're round, they're fatter. Put it right across your ESC like that, and then throw some tape around it like that. It's like a turtle shell. It won't rip your wires or tear your ESC to pieces. I used to think it was unnecessary, but then it become very necessary as I start cutting ESCs in half with props.
Yeah, that gets a little expensive and a little old.
A little preventive maintenance will protect you from that.
So when do you start?
How much
Soon?
to pay? Do you get a sign-in bonus?
Nah, don't need to know all that. Hopefully you start soon, though. If you're that excited already, I'm hoping that you get to start soon.
If not already. Sorry.
Got some Homer Pro filters for 50 New Zealand. Awesome. And yeah, if you don't realize, filters do a lot.
And are expensive.
Yeah, filters can be extremely expensive.
So you gotta watch
Lenses can be extremely expensive.
Gotta watch them when they're on sale. Wait for them. At least I do.
Uh-oh. Concrete trucker. Mack truck. Sweet.
Nice.
Sidewinder. Welcome, my dear. Starts tomorrow. Awesome. Even better.
Sidewinder, what's up?
Get the good news. Get to share the good news. But you better make sure you get a good night's sleep tonight.
It's gonna be hard when you're smiling all night.
I know, right? That excitement is there, and it's like, man. All right. I hope I do this right. I hope everything goes smoothly, which I know it will. I have complete faith that everything will go completely smooth. But it's just that anxious, that excitement. It's like a kid at Christmas. Ooh, did Santa bring everything I wanted? Have I been good? Well, you already know the answer to that question. I mean, you are the one who may be a little mischievous and thinks that nobody knows and thinks that you might get away with it. But if you know, then who else knows? Tabby, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, Craig, I think you'll be all right then. 25 years of trucking? Yeah, you should be okay.
Yeah, you got this one in the book.
He's like, I don't care. Just get me back in the truck, damn it. It's kind of like, you may think of it starting out as just a job, and the next thing you know, it becomes a career. And it's like, whoa, I've done this for how long? And then you stop and you think about somebody who's just starting out. And it's like, dude, I remember being in your shoes, but believe me, you're going to be all right. It's been over a year. See? You're going to be all right.
Gonna be like riding a bike.
Yep. Yep. You will do just fine. Now the question is, okay, and I have to ask, because I know different countries have different things, okay? So you mentioned it's a Mack truck. Now,
Hey, go, buddy.
do you guys have, per se, GMC trucks? Do you happen to have Peterbilt, Freightliner? What's that other truck? Volvo. Volvo. Just curious to see what other countries have.
International.
That's it. Or international. Ah, Kenworth. There you go.
KW.
I knew there was another one. I'm like, all right, come on.
Yeah, but just
I know. No, he ran back out. That's like in Australia. A lot of their cars are very similar to cars that we have here. And that's because, which company was it that I told you went over there?
I think it was GM.
Yeah, but it was something else. They merged with somebody else.
Bolton or something like that. I can't remember
It
now.
was like the GM went and started a company in Australia. They partnered with somebody else. I know, homie. One of my girlfriends is a driver in the UK, and she showed me a picture of her truck, and I'm like, what is that? And she's like, it's my delivery truck. And I'm like, oh, that's nothing like the trucks that we have over here. And when I showed her some of the pictures of the ones we normally see, she was like, no, we have a few of those over here, but they're not like common like you guys have. See, I think Mother Nature's just kind of like being mean and cruel all over the place. I mean, if you think about it, places have snow, places have rain, places have earthquakes. It's kind of strange because there was a report that I caught a glimpse of right before I went live, and I have to go back and read it. Right off the East Coast. I think it was yesterday. At two different time periods, the buoys that record off the East Coast dropped 100 feet and came back up. And that does not just happen for no reason. But there were earthquakes yesterday, and the question is, was there a minor tsunami call somewhere that happened around that time period? Good possibility. Very true. Yeah, some of your roads are way too narrow for the size trucks that we have. That's another thing that, without YouTube, you'd never be able to see that. And that's why I said drone videos always intrigued me because you have the aerial view of places that I may not ever get to actually be in person. But thanks to everybody sharing, you get to travel without leaving your house. For those people who physically cannot travel, YouTube and YouTube creators are the ones that take us along. Show us the way life is in other countries. Show us the way other cultures are. And for that's what I love about it. Because then it's like, wow, really? And that's just like, okay, perfect example. This is how you'll get a good laugh out of this. Homie Paul and Simon both. Okay. Way back when I first met my girlfriends in our bunny group, they were talking about their gardens. And I'm like, you know, for as much time as these ladies are spending in these gardens, it must be monstrous. And their yards must be like huge. Guys, in the UK, the garden is another word for their yard. I learned that the hard way. And they thought it was the silliest thing going. And I'm like, to us, a garden you plant vegetables or flowers in. It's not the entire yard. And I was like, okay, yep, I got a lot of shit to learn. There's a lot of words that are different. And then they would talk about their jumpers or their wellies. And I'm like, man, Google is my best friend right now because, yeah, I learned after the garden incident to look before I opened my mouth. And I was telling Chris back then, and he's like, well, it's a good thing you learned over something small instead of something extremely large. And I'm like, yeah, that's for sure. That's Fahrenheit, homie Paul. And that's not good if California's dropping about 20 to 30 degrees at night because, like John said, cold isn't good for the crops. And that means our prices will be going up. But yeah, it was extremely funny because the girls in the UK and I are in a group on Facebook Messenger. And we'd be chatting right along, and all of a sudden they throw out this word that I'm like, stop, halt, Google. And Chris is like, what are you doing? You were just typing away. And I'm like, I kind of like have to have a translator. And he's like, what? They speak English. And I'm like, yeah, but some of their words are different than ours. And then I started explaining everything, and he's like, oh. Very true, homie Paul. And I mean, come on, the hood of a car. I know I'm gonna massacre. I'll flip this. I know it. Is the bonnet, and the trunk of a car is the boot. I believe, or it's the other way. See, now y'all are gonna learn something. These guys that teach you a few things that I haven't always been able to share, but yeah, it was quite interesting. I would get to laughing, and Chris is like, "What have they taught you now?" And I'm like, "Oh, you don't even want to know. You really, truly don't want to know." Yep, boot and bonnet. Are they a bunch of fag smokers over there? Well, you know that's a funny thing. because I remember when he found out that what we considered, or I shouldn't say considered, what the American version of a fag equaled. And he swore. He was like, nah, never again. I'll never say that again. A fender is a wing. Well, that's different. John, Google is going to be your best friend, my dear. Believe me, you'll learn a lot.
Then you, Acro.
No, that was me. Oh, there you go. See? Like I said, look out. Here you go. Don't knock it until you've tried it. Smoking a fag, John. Go right ahead. It wouldn't let me put meatballs and gravy name up. Why not? Who knows? YouTube's got their funny little words for sure. Do not park in the driveway and drive on a parkway over there too. No, it's not called a driveway. It's what is that? It's something else. I'm not posh enough for a driveway. Simon, my dear, you are the poshest of all. JD's. You better try again, my dear. Chris got a haircut, bro. You're not throwing enough compliments tonight, JD's. That's what it is. Nah, 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 nah. pH is F. Uh-huh. They don't park in their driveways, John. Lazy bastards leave them abandoned with two wheels up on the curbs. John, we're talking about people who drive on the wrong side of the road on the wrong side of the car.
Like,
Think about that one now.
come on, guys.
Can you imagine if we tried that? What the hell do you mean pH is B also? You know, JD's, honey, I wondered about you for a while. But, you know, if you still can't see it, I think you're blind. Just saying. Look again. Look again. Look again. And look one more time, baby doll. It's there. Open your eyes. Right? I remember those videos of his crazy drivers as well. Oh, okay. I understand now. The PH can also sound like a V as in Stephen. Understand that. I think you're snowblind. That's what it is. That snow has done blinded you. No, I thought, homie Paul, you were talking about the V as in an F, not as in a PH. That's why I was like, huh? But yeah, I understand what you're talking about now. You're sunblind today? Well, it's probably nice and warm there. I mean, here, Chris and I went out and picked up subs for dinner, and it was 38 degrees, and that was at 6? No, 7. So now it is, let me see. It's 27 degrees outside. And that's Fahrenheit. It's cold. You're saying hot, 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 hot. Dyslexia, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. JD's, you might have a better chance at sticking to the story of colorblind and how you didn't see that little tool thing. I don't know what to tell you. 38 degrees, that's suntan weather in Canada in our igloos. No, the hell with that. 8 degrees Fahrenheit there. Some postal workers wear shades when sorting the mail for snow blindness. I don't doubt that. Think about it. You've got white envelopes, which white is extremely reflective. Snow is white, extremely reflective. The sun hits a certain way as you're attempting to sort. So you're sitting there moving white against white with the sun coming at you. I don't doubt it at all. No, homie Paul is actually in the UK. Yeah, I'm tired. Sucks, but careful, John. It could be VART. You know, we're learning different spellings here. Right, Ryan? Just like I said, no matter how bad you think you have it, somebody else always has it worse.
Oh yeah, it's cold out. You need the big jacket on when you go outside. Brrr.
It's 27 degrees.
Acker's on the deck. He's in here running through the hallway. I keep seeing him come up there 3 feet past me out the corner of my eye. I'm like, he wants to go out. So he's been out there running around, diving under the tree.
Now, JDs, freeloaders don't expect anything from anyone. I don't think that definition goes hand in hand with that statement. That's just my personal opinion. I'm in Maryland. I am no wimp. I'm not sitting over here boo-hooing about how cold it is. It's cold outside, but it ain't that damn cold. Good night, Simon. You need to get some rest, babe. And remember, stop stressing. It'll all work out, baby doll. Love you, babe. Well, that's the thing, Ryan. You say you're going to turn Mother Nature's world upside down when you get a hold of her. Well, you ain't never going to get a hold of her. And Mother Nature does not really like to be threatened. I mean, if you think about it, she's the one and only serial killer that gets to get away with shit like that. Not held responsible for any damage or destruction that she causes. Think about it. And I say serial killer because it doesn't just happen once. It's not a one and done type thing. Now, Mother Nature, she kind of like has some patterns that she likes to use. You know, hurricane destruction. Yeah, she likes that one. Tornado destruction. Yeah, she likes that one. Earthquake destruction. It really seems like she likes that one here lately. I mean, like all over the damn place. Then you got the tsunami destruction in there. Oh yeah, let's just suck all the water out and then throw it back at the continents. No big deal. They can handle it. Let's see how much they really can handle. Serial killer. And the funny thing is, female. Why do we get blamed for everything? Can y'all explain that one to me? Huh? Why isn't the women get blamed for everything? You got Father Time, and we don't go around cussing Father Time all the time. You wish for more time. But Mother Nature is always being cussed. The women always catch the wrath. Oh, now Father Time sucks, huh? Ryan, my dear, ain't nothing we can do to stop either one of them. They are the two most powerful forces going, so you just have to enjoy your time. Make the best of your time. And remember, the only thing you can really control is your attitude. Positive attitude goes a lot farther than a negative attitude. Think about it. It's true. It's taken me a long time to get certain people to think about it that way. I'll find a way. I know, Brian. If you think you're going to find a way to beat Mother Nature or Father Time, I believe that, homie Paul. Mother Nature sucks Father's time. So, watch yourself, Ryan. If she's going after Father Time, I don't think you can handle her. Gotta watch out. Destruction. Watch me. Brian is determined. To say the least. I'll give you that one. And if you ever figure it out, my dear, you're going to be a very rich man. But instead of trying to be destructive, maybe, just maybe, you could figure out a way to make Mother Nature more creative. That's what it says. He said, that's not what I wrote. Mother Nature sucks, Father Time. That's what it says. That's exactly what it says. Autocorrect may have tricked you, but that's what it says. Go back and read it. But guys, it's 9:45. It's been a crazy week so far. Tune in Friday to the network. Something special coming. But if you will watch the episodes, I ain't gonna worry about it. But remember, guys, until Friday, I love y'all. I'll catch you guys on Friday over there on MD95 PSI's channel. Hey, guys, I love y'all. Thanks so much for joining me, babe.